Man, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way these two crazy old people actually decided to do this for real. Dude, no way. And the worst part is, their two grandkids, who they're dragging into this mess, are about to throw down with each other. They seriously hate each other. Like really hate each other. Stay tuned, bro, because I'm about to tell you everything about this crazy story. Stick with me. So, our main guy, Saito, is just walking down the hall, minding his business, when he runs into Akane. At first glance, she seems kinda cute, all sweet and innocent. But then she straight up yanks him by the tie and says, if he tells anyone anything about them, he'll be dragged around in no time. But dude, if these two already hate each other, what the hell is the secret he can't spill? The thing is, they really do hate each other, but plot twist, they're married. So, we cut to her lecturing him, going off because he didn't do the school committee tasks she assigned him. Our guy is already fed up while she's going off on him, and his patience is running thin. But before anything gets worse, Himari, Akane's best friend, shows up and tries to calm things down between them. And then, Saito's sister shows up too, to give him some emotional support. Shice, his sister, is on his side in this argument, and he's all soft and mushy for her, saying she's the only one who truly understands what he's going through with Akane. A little later that day, our guy gets a call from his grandpa, telling him he has to meet him, no questions asked. It's not even a request. It's like emotional blackmail. This is when we find out his family is loaded, and the grandpa runs the family business empire. So, Saito heads to the place his grandpa told him to, and out of nowhere, Akane shows up right after him. Dude, these two can barely stand each other, and they're already arguing and clashing like crazy. The tension keeps building and getting heavier, and it's at this moment that the grandpa finally rolls up in a fancy car. He gets out with another woman, who turns out to be Akane's grandma, man. Her grandma called her there, so it's all part of some plan. The two grandparents are laughing it up, talking about how Akane and Saito are just like they were when they were younger, and tell them to come inside so everyone can have a chat. Right at the start, they drop the bomb and tell Akane and Saito that they have to get married. And Saito's only thought is, wait, what? You're seriously telling me I gotta marry her? Are you out of your mind? Then, his grandpa starts with the emotional blackmail, telling him he either gets married or forgets about any chance of taking over the family business. And this crazy old man even goes so far as to say if Saito doesn't accept, he'll just put some street dog in charge of the company. Man, this guy must have something wrong with his head. There's no way. And in the same crazy vibe, Akane's grandma also pulls some wild moves, saying she's gotta accept too, or she'll stop Akane from achieving her dream. Man, what a crazy old lady. But the two of them are whispering to each other, not revealing what the hell her dream is that she's going to block. After that chat, they took a moment to think it over, talked things through with some close people, and in the end, they decided to go ahead and accept this insane offer from their grandparents. So yeah, man, it's real. They're getting married. Oh, but our guy actually got a pretty good deal, right? The girl's cute. I'd take that offer. What about you? Would you accept that deal? So when they tell their grandparents that they're going to get married, the two crazy old folks already have everything ready. They've already bought a house, furnished it, and are even moving their stuff in there. They didn't even have a choice, man. It was say yes or just shut up, period. When they get there, they realize they're actually gonna have to live in this house and pretend like they're a married couple. But deep down, they really hate each other. Are you kidding me? Would you be able to deal with that kind of problem, bro? So they start arranging things in the house, checking out the rooms, and when they get to the bedroom, they notice there's only one bed. What? You thought there'd be two beds, my dude? You're married now, it's one bed. What, you thought married people get separate beds? Forget about it. Saito immediately calls his grandpa, and the old man tells them straight up that they have to sleep together every night. It's part of the deal, and there's no negotiating. So yeah, they don't have a choice in the matter. It's a done deal, my friend. Just accept it. It hurts less. Akane's freaking out, dying of embarrassment. Can you imagine being forced to marry someone you can't stand, and then having to share a bed with them every night? Man, that's beyond her. She's in shock. That night, they both get into bed together, totally against their will. And the topic of other rules the grandparents might have imposed comes up, like them having kids together. Both of them are like, no way, are they seriously gonna make us do this? They start tossing and turning, trying to find a comfortable way to sleep, but the discomfort is obvious, bro. The next day at school, Akane walks up to Saito and tells him that if he tells anyone about the relationship they're being forced into, he'll be history. As soon as they walk into the classroom, Himari asks what they're talking about, and Shaise picks up on a different scent from Saito, which makes him feel super awkward. Out of nowhere, she starts spilling the beans that they're married. Saito, in shock, covers her mouth and drags her out of the room. His little sister, being clever as always, tries to blackmail him to stay quiet, threatening, "Your life's in the palm of my hand now." Back in the classroom, just to mix things up for the day, Saito and Akane start arguing again, this time about their gym class. As usual, they're butting heads and the whole class starts cracking up. Himari says everyone thinks they look like a married comedy duo, and Akane turns beet red, completely embarrassed, denying the whole married part with all her might. Saito just thinks, well, the class isn't totally wrong after all. We are married. When they get home, Akane checks the pantry and fridge to see what Saito bought for them, and this maniac filled the fridge with vegetable juice. Who the hell drinks that, bro? And the cupboard's packed with cup noodles. A few is fine, but the whole cupboard, man. And this psycho says they'll never get sick if they drink vegetable juice, and that instant noodles are the quickest and cheapest meal to make. In theory, he's not entirely wrong, you know? But still, that's crazy. It's just not worth it. Akane asks where the protein is in all of this, with the cup noodles and vegetable juice, and that's when Psycho Saito makes his grand entrance, claiming that everything can be solved with whey protein. The guy mixes up the worst combo, whey and vegetable juice, and offers her this nightmare like it's the greatest thing ever. Man, God forbid. Whey protein is fine, it tastes good and all. But mixing it with vegetable juice? Nah. Now you're messing with me, partner. Akane takes matters into her own hands and says she's going to cook some real food in this house. While she's making an omelet for both of them, Saito watches her cook. And in her mind, she's thinking she'll make him fall for her cooking skills. But from his perspective, the look on her face has him thinking she's trying to poison him. When everything's ready and she sets it on the table, Saito's so hesitant, he's not just skeptical, he's got like 10 red flags. But still, he digs in, and as soon as he tastes it, he's reminded of his past eating alone at a table. He gives a little smile, and Akane asks if it tastes good. Cook's complex, man. When you make the food, you want to know if others liked it. But the only thing Saito says is that the food's fine, just homemade and made with care. Akane's already pissed off that he didn't say it was good. She snatches his plate and tells him if he doesn't want it, then he doesn't get to eat. They start having a tug of war over the plate, and Saito finally manages to grab it and devours all the food in one go. Akane's fuming and starts complaining. Meanwhile, Saito stays calm and just thinks to himself, I've never been yelled at for eating everything. Years in this vital industry, and this is the first time it's happened. The next morning, Akane tries to wake Saito up so he doesn't miss school. He's a little groggy, thinks it's his sister waking him up, and just pulls her into his arms to sleep together in bed. Akane's frozen in shock, totally embarrassed, not knowing what to do. But come on, tell me, wasn't it a bit of a slip-up? By morning, the two of them are already fighting. Akane says he needs to help out around the house, keep things organized, wash the dishes, and do his share of chores. But Saito's not having any of it. He just casually says if there are dirty dishes, just use the clean ones. There's an endless supply of plates, man, where are you getting that from? Later that night, Saito's just chilling, playing his zombie game when Akane walks in and freaks out. She's terrified of that stuff, so she straight up says she's not gonna put up with that in their house and tries to take the console away. Another tug of war happens, and in the end, the game gets unplugged, leaving Saito completely devastated. Man, I feel you, partner. That's an unbearable pain. Living together has turned out to be way more complicated than they expected. When it's time for Saito to take a shower, he realizes Akane's already in there. He jumps out of his skin and quickly slams the door shut. But then he realizes that as soon as he walked in, she didn't even budge, didn't do anything, didn't even notice he was there. So, he realizes what might have happened. She could have passed out from the heat in there and could have drowned. So, he rushes in and pulls her out of the bathtub as fast as he can. He manages to get her out, but they both end up falling on the floor, naked, one on top of the other. And it's right then that she wakes up. As soon as she sees the scene, she's fuming. But Saito was just trying to help her, man. She covers herself and tells him to get the hell out of there. Outside, he tries to explain himself and she asks if he looked at her. And our guy can't deny that. Yeah, he took a peek. Yeah, bro, too quick for your own good. Come on, you wouldn't have done the same? I doubt it. She's furious and tells him he'll never step foot in that bathroom again for the rest of his life. The situation's tense when they go to bed. She thinks maybe he just tried to help her at the time, and she wants to talk to him about it. But our guy doesn't care at all and just lets it go. The next morning, when Himari shows up, Akane's all down in the dumps. She wonders how to get along with someone. Her friend immediately asks if she's talking about Saito. Akane gets super embarrassed while they talk about it. Elsewhere, our guy has a pretty similar conversation with his sister. In the end, they're both stuck living together as a couple to achieve their goals. So, it's only fair they stop fighting and trying to kill each other every day. When they get home, they decide to sit down and talk things over to make life a little easier. They agree to set some ground rules to make living together more bearable. Saito asks her to be patient if they accidentally bump into each other during the night in bed. After all, they're really close to each other now. Akane agrees to let it slide, and that Saito can touch her body, but only over her clothes. Yeah, bro, she's giving you some room. She makes it clear he always has to compliment her cooking, not just saying it's fine. Even though, to him, that's already a compliment. She says it's not good enough. He has to say it's good, period. Just before bed, Akane's talking to Himari on the phone. She says she tried to talk things through and solve the problem they talked about at school. And right then, Saito walks in. Akane lays in bed, all relaxed, saying he can touch her body as agreed. This is it, bro, your golden opportunity. But since our guy's a total virgin and does nothing, the girl's all in, and he just says he won't touch her on purpose. But it was supposed to be that she'd have patience if they accidentally bumped into each other during the night. Dude, what a dumbass. Tell me, if it were you, would you miss that opportunity? I wouldn't let it slip. The next day, Saito's talking to Shisei about the advice she gave him the other day. She helped with their relationship and living situation, and he asks her for a favor. When he gets home, he gives Akane a present. He bought her a strawberry cake, her favorite. She's all confused, wondering how he knew that. He says she mentioned it once in her first-year essay, and he thought it'd be a nice idea to buy it for her. She's super happy with the gift, and they end up eating the cake together. As they agreed, the prota washes the dishes, and she even comes in to help. He's so used to her serious, closed-off face that he gets all awkward when she's there, all smiley and cute. Is our guy finally starting to melt for her? So, bro, what do you think the ending of this chaotic relationship will be? Drop a comment, I want to know. And if you liked this episode, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to support and not miss the next videos. I'm out. Check out this video I'm leaving for you, and I'll catch you there. See ya.